भीमातीरनिवासाय पंढरीपुरवासिने पांडुरंगप्रकाशाय विठ्ठलाय नमो नमः. मरुत्पुत्राय कवये भीमाय भयहरिणे श्रीमदानंदतीर्थाय प्रख्याताय नमो नमः. Dear children of God, Jai Sri Krishna, Namaste. The message for today is desires devour us. Every living creature has desire. At the animal and bird level, desire is for food, sleep and sex. These are the basic desires. The world works towards achieving this, and that world is satisfied. The whole problem lies with the human desire. It's monstrous in its multiplicity, demonic in its obsession, and devastating in its repercussion. Once a desire arises in man, he wants to somehow fulfill it. He does not care most of the time about the ethics of the means to get it satisfied. He's only bent on satisfying it. This desire can be of various sorts. It can be for wealth. The worst part about this desire is it can never be satisfied. The more he gets, the more he wants. He goes on in a frenzy to become richer and richer, and the goal seems to be like a receding horizon. At times, he cannot even enjoy the wealth that he has earned. He looks at those who are richer and sets his goal higher and higher with his unhealthy feeling of jealousy. He never looks at those who do not have even the means to survive. He is in a strange delirium where immense wealth is the only goal. Like Midas, he wants everything made of gold and is finally destroyed by his devouring desire to get it. At times, he desires for men and women. This leaves him restless. He abandons his near and dear. He throws ethics overboard. This desire devours him in such a way, if he is medium rich, he is impoverished because both these desires drain his purse. If he is too rich, he lands up as a physical wreck, not even pitied by his nearest relation. At times, man desires power. This is a strange fever which possesses some people. They want to reach the top of the ladder, depose those in power, and for this they try all means, naturally foul means. Power is a strange inebriation which follows man to his grave. He becomes associated with bad people as his best friends. He makes a fool of himself if he's not brilliant. The world mocks at him for his foolish desire to rise to power. The more this desire rises, his hatred for his antagonist grows. This makes him sleepless and sour. His friends slowly begin to desert him. If he has wealth, he will survive, or else his adharma itself will kill him. Desire knows no limit. Desire is like a tsunami which attacks with mountain-like waves and sweeps away hundreds of acres overnight. It's like an insatiable volcano which caves in and then lets the wrath of the molten lava flow down the surrounding land to destroy vegetation. It's like a wild forest fire lit by a small spark but grows and grows into a conflagration spreading over a vast area. These analogies are given only to prove how desire can devour a man and destroy even those around him. Dear listener, how to stop this devastation is the question. First, one should understand the message for today. Desire devours us. At the outset, we should be aware of that destructive power that desire has. If one knows that, he will curb the desire at the root, nip it in the bud. If he takes the advice of elders and wiser associates, he will not fall a prey to this pandemic. He will wake up before it's too late. He will save himself and also his family. Desire, which is enormous, can have a harmful effect, and that on families and generations who will suffer after that. When desire turns dharmic, it saves and protects. When it turns adharmic, it devours and destroys. मैं हरि इच्छा के बंधन से बंध गई रे, और झूठ मूठ बंधनों से छूट गई रे. मैं हरि इच्छा के बंधन से बंध गई रे, और झूठ मूठ बंधनों से छूट गई रे. थैंक यू.